Okay, so students, welcome to CS by Abdul Basit. This video is for IGCSE Information and Communication Technology 0417, also known as ICT 0417. So in this video, we will understand about the paper, how many papers are there, the syllabus guide, the content, and the registration process for October-November 2026 and May-June 2027. So this syllabus is valid for 2026, 7, and 2028. Now, uh, in terms of content, we have a long content or a detailed content for this syllabus. We have to cover uh, 21 topics in detail, and we have three papers for that. We will go through every single content journally in order to understand about the paper. So you have these contents from first till 21. Each content is then further divided into subtopics. Same for every content. Okay, now we have three papers for this content: paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3. If I talk about paper 1, so paper 1 is theory based theory, and it has 80 marks, and all the questions will be from the first till 21 topics or content. Okay, and all questions are compulsory to answer. The time limit for paper 1 is 1 hour and 30 minutes, and the ratio or the percentage is 40% of the total marks of that particular paper out of 80. Then we have paper 2 and paper 3. Okay, both of them are practical based. You have to perform live practical when you are giving the exam or when you are practicing it. For paper 2, we have 2 to 3 topics. We have document production, database, and presentation. It consists of 70 marks, and it covers 17, 18, 19 subject content, means that those topics are the main part of this paper. But the thing is that you have to understand from 11 and 16, which are the basics of both paper 2 and paper 3. And again, all tasks are compulsory here. The time for this paper is 2 hours and 15 minutes. It will be conducted on a practical base, means that you will perform the practical by using different applications in this as per the situation. Okay, then if we talk about paper 3, it is again practical base. In this paper, we have to understand that the content is regarding spreadsheet and website authority. It consists of 70 marks. Again, the content is limited to 20 and 21, means that you have the main we will focus on the main topics, which will be chapter 21 and chapter 20 and chapter 21. But again, 11 and 16 are the basic needs for in order to cover that particular paper. All tasks are compulsory in this paper. The time limit is same for as paper 2, 2 hours and 15 minutes, and the ratio is 30, means that 40 plus 30 plus 30 would be equal to 100% of your marks, means that uh, it would be like we have 80 marks, 70 marks, and then 70 marks. So out of your total, 40% of your marks will be considered. Same for the 70, 30% of the 70 would be considered, and for the paper 3 also 30% of the 70 would be considered. Okay, now moving towards the syllabus content again. So in this topics, we have to understand that from 1 to 21, all of the stuff regarding these chapters or the contents and the subtopics will be included in paper 1. It means that for paper 1, you have to prepare for all 21 chapters in detail. Okay, then if we talk about paper 2 and paper 3, so we have to be careful with that. It would be a smart work by focusing on the main topics for paper 2, which were 17, 18, and 19. But on the other side, you have to be careful that you have to understand these topics also for paper 1 and paper 2 and paper 3. If we talk about paper 3, so we have only two chapters, the spreadsheet and the website authoring. So it is for paper 3, these are for paper 2, and this whole is for paper 1. Now moving towards the content and in more detail. So we have chapter 1, in which we have like it is further divided into 1.1 and 1.2 and so on. We have to cover hardware, software, analog data. Then we have 1.2, in which we will discuss central processing unit, internal memories, and input-output devices and backing storage. Then for operating system 1.3, we will discuss about GUI, CLIs. Then for 1.4, we will understand the characteristics of desktop and mobile computers. 1.5 is related to emerging technologies, which include artificial intelligence. Then chapter 2 consists of, like, again, the subtopics. We have input output devices, direct data entry and associative devices, output devices and their uses. For chapter 3, we don't have subtopics, but we have to cover storage devices and storage media. We can consider them as a subtopics. For chapter 4, we have 4.1, in which we will cover Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, routers, common network devices, and cloud computing. Along with that, we will also cover network types. For 4.2, we have network issue and communication, in which we will cover passwords, other authentication methods, anti-malware software, and electronic conferencing. For chapter 5, we have effects of using IT, so in which we will cover microprocessor control devices and potential health problems related to prolonged use of IT equipment. Then chapter 6 is a long chapter, in which we will going to cover ICT application for each a particular field. Okay, like for communication, for modeling, we have for control systems, we have for a school management system, booking systems, banking applications, computer in medicine, then expert systems, computer in retail industries. Then after that, we have chapter numbers, we have recognition systems and satellite system. So these are some applications which are included in our syllabus, and which we have to understand in detail in order to attempt the paper 1. Then chapter number 7 includes the system life cycle, in which we have analysis, we have design, we have development and testing, we have implementation, we have documentation, and at the last we have evaluation. Okay, then chapter 8, physical related to physical safety and security, in which we have physical safety, e-safety, and security of data. Afterwards, we have audiences. Audiences appreciation. We have in that we have audiences appreciation and copyright. Then for chapter 10, we have communication with other ICT using email, effective use of internet. Afterwards, after chapter 10, from here, the things change little bit. The above one was only limited to theory, but after chapter number 11, it is theory plus practical. So for chapter 11, we have to understand in both ways, following the practicals also, and by memorizing the theory stuff. We have file management, in which we have how we will understand how to manage the file, reduce the file size for the storage or transmission. Then we have images. We will understand how to edit, how to reduce the file size by cropping it down, adjusting the brightness like that. Then chapter 13 is related to layout of the document, create or edit a document, how to add tables, header and footer in a document. Then chapter 14 is related to styles, in which we will understand about the styles of the particular softwares. Then we have proofing tools, in which we will understand that what are the software tools that are used for proofing techniques. Then chapter 16 is related graphs and charts. We will understand how to conclude a graph from by using a specific software and by using data. Then chapter number 17, from here, uh, the paper 2 has been started. These are the main content of paper 2. Chapter 17 is document production. Chapter 18 is database, in which we will understand how to create a database structure and manipulate the data. Then how to present the data. Afterwards, chapter 19 again it is for paper 2. We will understand how to create a presentation, edit a presentation. Chapter 20 is for paper 3. Okay, in this we will understand about spreadsheet, how to create a model, how to manipulate the data, how to present the data. Then chapter 21, also known as the last chapter, it is for paper 3 again, website authoring, in which we will understand about the web development layers for both like theory stuff and the practical stuff, how to create a web page and create how to use the style sheets. So this is our syllabus regarding the ICT. Now moving towards the students feel like confused, or they did not understand how, what are the softwares they needed and what are the requirements for that paper. So the first thing is that for paper 1 you have to understand the theory stuff, you have to memorize it, you have to go through each single chapter. For paper 2 and paper 3 you have to go through their theories also, but we have some softwares like MS Word from Microsoft, which will be the part of paper 2. Okay, then we have MS PowerPoint. Afterwards we have MS Access for database. In this in these three softwares we will be we will be using the File Explorer, which is the built-in software in Windows. Okay, for paper 2 paper 3 we have two chapters, so we have two like softwares. The first one is MS Excel, which will be used for a spreadsheet, and the second one is Microsoft Web Expression. Okay, this will be using we will use it for solving the past paper question and practicing it for the practical. Okay, I hope these things are clear. Now it was a quick guide to understand about the paper, what is the content, what are the softwares we needed, and what are the requirements. And in this paper 3 we will use the File Explorer in order to organize or manage the files where needed. Okay, so students, now moving towards the registration process, how you can register yourself for October, November and May June 2027 session. So here we have the website. You can visit the website by the link in the description. Here we have IGCSE O-Level ICT. You can move on to the ICT. Now you will get some information about the particular topic, each paper in detail. And here we have the registration form. You can open that particular form as it will be opened. Now here is some stuff, the details about the form. You can read them. You have to fill your name, email, student number. Then we have the city, and you can select which syllabus you are preferring, IGCSE, O level, or ICT. And you can select the window you are choosing, that October, November, or May, June. And you can register yourself for a free demo. And after you will register, soon you will get a message on your WhatsApp, through which a link will be shared for Google Meet, and your demo will be taken. You can take a free demo there. Okay, I hope it is clear. You can also directly just visit that particular registration form on using the home page. Also, you can simply click on that particular registration, and you will redirect to that particular form.